Are we about to see the resurrection of Netflix? Now the fundamentals are starting to look a bit better now. They're moving into the world of gaming a lot more heavily, partnering up with people like Ubisoft, and also ad revenue. Looks like they're in for a spike, a good return there as well. So is this the time to get into Netflix as a stock? They lost 75% over the last short while. It hasn't been great. You know, they were on the ropes, but like I said, is this the Phoenix from the Flames moment for them and a great opportunity to jump in? Well, I'm going to have a look at the chart, see where they're heading next, and throw in a few trade ideas as well. So with that, let's get on with the analysis. So straight into the weekly chart for Netflix, for that longer term view. I've turned it to Heikin Ashi for this one, made it a bit clearer for the zones I wanted to point out, and that's those yellow shaded areas that you can see there and there, because there's an awful lot of price action being played out in those zones. Are going to be key significant levels for Netflix. Now the top one here is round about the 500 area, 61.8% Fibonacci, and I look at all that price action between there, and we've got a bit of volume over there on the right hand side at that price level. Then next down to 365, 370 sort of area. Again, look at those spikes, peaks, a lot of price action in there, and as we can see here on the right, volume at price, it's all the big volume is in that area, and then the price then slips down to this third zone, which I would say is 250 area, and again look at the bottoming price action there as it reversed and bounced from that zone. So if you go over to today's price in that bubble, then we can see the slight recovery that we've witnessed over the last week or so, and it's coming into that first zone, and it's got to break up through there to get to the next zone, where it's probably going to stall again as it fights to get through there, and then to get on to, like I say, that third zone before it can even think about getting up to those highs, which at 700 seems such a long way away at the moment. But we can see the huge fall in price really pretty much from the end of November, like I mentioned in the introduction, minus 77%. So pretty bad 22 they've had so far. But is this the start of something new, something special, recovery in Netflix? Well, we will see. But diving into other charts, we've got the 4 line break one here for some shorter term action. It's signalling a bearish setup at the moment, reversal to the downside. You see a couple of numbers to get you in at if you are bearish still. Netflix 233 and 216. And diving into the daily Heikin Ashi chart, a lot more shorter term, last year and a bit, we can see that really strong downtrend. In terms of signals on here at the moment, it's actually gone back into the 2 line pink box break setup, so neutral there. And at the bottom, looks like the longer term trend is just about to start turning bullish. Shorter term is bullish. Volatility, not much happening, but as you can see, we've got these earnings, how it spikes. It just loves to spike around earnings time, and we're not too far away from the next earnings. There it is on about the 18th of October, so something to look out for. But things looking a bit better on Netflix. Price flattening out, starting consolidate, build maybe a base around this 200 250 sort of price zone. And if we go even deeper into the price action, using the Req'd chart, $4 block size, what have we got? We got all bullish signals down the bottom at the moment, thanks to the recent up run in the price. Again, there's that key support zone at the price at the bottom of that Fibonacci line, which is about $165. And again, it's sort of consolidated really in terms of blocks from early August till now, before it's got to break up, like I say, to get to that next Fibonacci line. And the price noise sort of in between this sort of zone here. So I would say next upsides, if it could get to 300, that would be very good, and then 350, 360, and then up onto nearly 500. Down wise, you've got to get past that Fibonacci line there, and then it's 100, and then if it does go down there, it really is bad news for Netflix and probably the end of the line for them. So we don't want to see that. We'd rather see this encouraging play, up, like I say, to the upside. So let's move on to some trading ideas and where we could actually trade Netflix stock. Now I'm going to focus in on the upside for Netflix, and I've jumped into the first trade options wizard and put in the ticker NFLX, and it's brought up the detail, the charts, and on the right hand side 3 trade options I've created. And like I say, that hypothetical 10 grand that I've put in, well, that's going to buy you 40 shares, as you can see there. We just mark that. And then second up, we've got a longer term call option. Now I've gone for a January expiry just to take us through that Christmas period, and also give the trade enough time to work. Keeps the costs down as well, like I said, which is very important in this sort of play. And just like I say, it's going to give it a chance, and that's what we want. And that's going to cost you just over $3,000. And we can see, if we go down to the simulator results at the bottom, if the price got even to 325 area, that's a pretty nice 130% return. So when it gets up to the 500 mark, that becomes a very serious return. Now if you're not quite as bullish on Netflix as some, then I've put this income trade together just over 30 odd days to the November expiry, and it's the 190 210 put, as you can see there, and it's going to net you $375. So like I said, if you're not quite as bullish, then this put spread might be an option for you in the shorter term. So there's 3 ideas, and depending on your risk tolerances, something to get you thinking. So I thought I'd just jump into my broker, and they're called Tiger Brokers, where I trade these sort of stocks, the actual stocks and the options. You see, typed in NFLX, a ticker, a lot of information to help you around your trade decision making, all the news, filings, financials, analysis, some great stuff in there. But if we head up into the options, I say it's all there. You can pick from an awful lot of expiries and strikes, and what I like also, this is the Greek information that is easily readily available, that you can make your decisions from. So that's Tiger Brokers, link in the description below if you want to check them out. So now let's get on with giving Netflix a score. So in terms of the score, I was sitting on the fence between neutral and weak bullish. You can see Heikin-Ashi chart, the daily one there, a bit weaker than the shorter term Renko price action. And if you're in for a bearish move, top right for line break chart, couple of numbers to get you in, and targets to the upside 2.44 to 1 and 5.65 to 1, downsides 3 to 1 and 4.25 to 1. So something for both directions and point of views, but overall I'm going for, like I say, sitting on the fence between that neutral to weak bullish score, and see how those technicals play out, see if it can strengthen the bullish side some more. So Netflix possibly on the rise, time will tell. Unfortunately, in the bigger economic global picture, it's not a great environment to be playing in at the moment, but they are making the right moves, noises to get their business back on track after a pretty poor 2022. Now let me know in those comments below where you think they are heading next. Are they about to get back to those highs in the $700 area, or is it, I'm afraid, more of the same pain, and actually we're going to see a breakdown into double digits for Netflix. Very interesting to see. Technicals, like I say, just warming up. Definitely be a bit more patient, wait your time to get into Netflix if you are bullish. And if you like today's video, please give us the thumbs up. Don't forget to hit the subs and the bell buttons, and all that's left for me to say is thanks for watching, good luck with the trading, and I'll see you in the next video.